televised. That was about the fact that the first change that takes place is in your mind. You have to change your mind before you change the way you live and the way you move. So when we said that the revolution would not be televised, we were saying that that the thing that's going to change people is something that no one will ever be able to capture on film.
Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It is so nice to see you. Welcome to the Sip Space. Boom, 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 boom. It's nice to be here. This is your weekly hour-ish long space for us to do a little work, your little community on the internet of mental health type of stuff. Don't do it alone. It is a difficult world out there. You don't have to do it alone. That's why we got this little space. So it's nice to be here. I love this time of the week. Um, you know, everything goes by so quick, and then we wind up right back here. Like the week just flew by. It's great. It's wonderful. So we're gonna begin. We're gonna begin with some charge breaths. So real easy, real easy. We're gonna do 5 regular charge breaths into our chest, and then we're gonna do 5 doubles into our chest. Our goal here is to build aliveness in our bodies. 5 regular charge breaths into our upper chest. One more. Take a moment, use your eyes, look around the room, colors and objects. Allow the intensity to settle. This is not a crisis. Just take note of what it is like for you to build up that intensity in your body. Is it uncomfortable? Is it comfortable? Allow it to settle. 5 doubles. One more. Close your eyes. No rush. Take your awareness to your body. Connect to your own aliveness. Enjoy whatever it is like for you to have that intensity in your body. Normal breaths. Connect to where in your body you experience this intensity. And then whenever you're ready, bring yourself back into the room. Take your awareness to yourself. What is it like for you to be alive right now? Everything we do in here is about gaining information. It is very easy to live in the narratives that we have to hold on to, that we had to hold on to when we were very young, and we perpetuated, we continue to hold on to throughout our life. But the good thing about our bodies is they cannot lie. And so it is up to us to start to gain the information of the truth, of what is really happening, of what is really going on. And the truth is going to be found in your body, in the mundane of your body, or in the things in your body that you give away so easily to the world around you. Take a breath. Without realizing that you are giving it away. So I kind of want to start this off by talking about this little story. I had this moment in group. I do like throughout the week. I do a couple groups around the city at different rehabs. I've been doing it for pretty much the entirety of my career, literally the entirety of my career. I actually remember like one of the first things I did, even in like practicum during grad school, was go to a rehab facility, and like the first thing I did was do a group. I love it so much. First of all, there's something very artistic about therapy generally. It doesn't I do think it is important to kind of have a foundation of like, a like guide in when you're doing the work. But within that guide, there was a lot of art, a lot of artistry that comes into play. And so individual therapy has a really important amount of art. Hold on, I have to turn this fan off. One sec. Sorry. um, I was getting cold. Like individual therapy has a certain level of art to it. You know, it's like I can understand, like I know someone is connected or they're fragmented. Um, you know, and so if they show up and I'm like, oh, they're fragmented, like every single person presents their fragmentation differently. And so how I strategize and how I get you to move from A to B is a lot of the art. Take a breath in your chest. So individuals has a lot of art to it, but group has a lot of art to it as well. Group is so fascinating. Group is like a little bit of entertainment and a little bit of balancing and a little bit of juggling at the same time, right? Like it's pretty great. Like how I do groups is like I understand that like essentially everyone has their own work, right? I'm not really one to like kind of go around and be like, your turn to talk, your turn to talk, your turn to talk. I'm much more like I kind of do what I do here. I come in, I start talking about something, and then I have moments of trying to get people to connect themselves, trying to get people to comment on their connection to themselves, and then hopefully it opens up little doorways for us to go down, and then we go down those doorways. Take a breath in your chest. And so whatever. The reason I bring this up is to comment on. I had this moment in a group this week where um, I was doing breathing, and I could tell that this one dude was really not into it. He was not about these breaths at all, and so I like was like, "Yo, how are the breaths for you, bro?" And he was like, actually, it was after the breaths. I was like, kind of explaining something, and he was like, it's all like rudimentary. I'm like, okay, what is rudimentary? What is whatever? And he said, well, honestly, the breaths. I don't like the breaths. And in that moment, I said, perfect. I said, good, good. I don't want you to like the breaths. Take a breath. You know, I want you to understand that there are levels to this, right? You taking the breaths that you're taking, I would like to get to a point where these breaths can be a tool that you use to like connect yourself, but maybe they're not right now. And they're not supposed to be, honestly. Well, they are supposed to be a tool that drops you into your body. But in the process of dropping you into your body, maybe that is a really painful and difficult experience, right? The work is not fun. I mean, from where I sit, it's fun. But in the process that you have to do, the walking through the work, the walking through the pain, it is not going to be, you're not going to be like, this is such a great thing. Oh my gosh. You will have moments of that, and we are going to expand those moments. But in order to get to that, in order to get to a place in which you are truly connected to yourself, I really just first need us to drop into the truth. What is the truth? Take a breath. Another one. What is the truth? In that moment, that man said, I hate these breaths. I don't like these breaths. They don't do anything for me. I think they're dumb. I don't really want to do them. I am annoyed at having to do the breaths. There is a lie here. The lie is you are attaching something inside yourself to the breaths. You're attaching this very old pain to these breaths. They're just breaths. Right? What do these breaths do? These breaths build aliveness in your body and drop you into your body. So then the question for me becomes, why would you need to not be able or not be allowed to do that? Why would you have to develop skills to leave you just being with yourself? You can make it about the breaths, And every time we take a breath, you could be like, yo, Zach, these breaths are miserable. I don't want to do these breaths. Take a breath. But I want you to look at the larger picture. When we sit here and we build up this aliveness in our body, literally what happens is you drop yourself into your childhood. I don't care about the breaths. I really don't. All I care about is us being as efficient as possible from getting to point A to point B. That's what I care about. And at this point in time, at this point in my career, at this point with my experience, the most efficient way to do that is with these charged breaths. If tomorrow I find an even more proficient way to get to where we need to go, for you to be forced to drop into yourself, but for you to be forced to come up against your fragmentation, for you to be forced to also come up against your old grief, to help us move through all of that internally, then I will drop the breaths immediately and go towards whatever is a better tool, a more proficient tool. But to be quite honest, I haven't found anything yet. The breaths is where we're at. Take a breath. And so we sit here and we do these breaths. And I've got this whole ladder, I can describe to you cognitively, starting with child development, going towards injuries, how we turn on ourselves, make ourselves bad, how we then implement skills in order to get love from the world. But all of that doesn't really matter if you aren't experientially here. Take a breath. What do you experience in your body? Take a moment. Take your awareness to yourself. Connect to the aliveness therein. What is it like? I hope it's uncomfortable. If you take these breaths and you drop into old discomfort, you're like, oh gosh, it's painful, or it's scary, or I don't want to do this. Good. This is where we need to be. It's just breaths. We're just sitting in this virtual little home we have, just taking breaths together. This is not a crisis. I just need you to come up against the truth about what's happening in your body. Take a breath. You're okay. That guy, I really appreciate, I told him I really appreciate him saying that. I love the strength that he brought to the table. Zach, fuck these breaths. Good. Yes. Yes. Bring the strength. I love the strength that you have. I hope that you take what I give, not because I'm like, oh, you have to do this, and you're like, Zach's so great. Or, I hope that or if you do the opposite, run away, put up walls, start to practice putting those walls down so you can take what I'm trying to give. Take a breath. And I hope you make it your own. I hope you implement these skills in your day-to-day. I hope you connect to yourself, and I hope you make it yours. Go create your own kind of therapy. Come back here and be like, yo, Zach, you missed a vital piece of growth, a vital piece of what is actually happening. Here it is. I hope you go and take it. Go and take it. Take a breath. The guy who I took a lot of this from was a dude named Jack. He's passed now, but a long time ago he created this. And he created this during a time in which therapists, they all stole from each other. So everyone tried the best to protect what their ideas were. And so they kept it all secluded from each other or isolated from each other. Jack did that so intensely. He so intensely, held on to this genius thing that he had created. And I think he even got to a point where, if other therapists like really started to make it their own, I think they kind of like pushed them out of the organization and kept the organization very small. And then you know what happened? He died, and the organization withered and died with him. Take a breath. That kind of therapy is really no more. You know, there are few therapists who practice bits and pieces of it, but I don't think they go by the same name. And so it's gone. And so here I am. You know, I got really lucky. I fell into that world. I was like 20 years old. I found this little like coven of therapists in Venice, California. You know, like, whoa, blowing my mind. I would like sit in a room and I would like learn things. And I would be like, what the hell is happening? How is this not a thing that we just understand? How is this something that like you either have to know people and get into secret doors or have some level of privilege in some aspect of the society in order to like get the real shit? It was crazy to me. Take a breath. And so I understood, like, if Jack just came into this world and said, take it, take it, take it, take it, that, like, yeah, maybe people would take it and, like, steal from him. But at the end of the day, who cares? Because the thing that I'm really giving, the thing that he was really giving, couldn't be replicated. Hence the fact that shit's closed down. Hence the fact this kind of therapy, the kind of therapy I do, a derivative of that kind of therapy, right? I took it and I expanded on it. I made it better. But that therapy is essentially dead. Great. So I'm saying, take it, take it, take it, make it your own. Take a breath. Because the truth is, all this is you connecting to you. All I'm doing here is helping you to find yourself. That's it. And so when you start to take breaths and you build up aliveness in your body and you have these experiences inside yourself, great. What's it like? Take a breath. What's it like to be alive? Is it comfortable? Is it uncomfortable? In this moment right now, imagine a circle around yourself. Get everyone out of that circle. You don't need to worry about the world outside the circle. Practice just being alone. Breathe. You're either connected or you're fragmented. Start to look in how you connect your body. Look through the lens of what state you are in right now. What do? You're connected or you're fragmented. Take a breath. Another one. Take your awareness back home. You're doing a great job. You really are. You're more than enough. I appreciate you. I do. I appreciate you so much. I just appreciate you for being here with me in this room. Truly, I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching back. I appreciate you. You know, I was going to say subscribing, but whether you subscribe or not, I don't really care. I don't really care. I appreciate you, like, just you being you. You know, one of the greatest parts about my job is every single person I sit down with, I eventually get to a point where I find them. I find them. The them that is inside their body. the them that is just them being connected, the them that is just a shining, beautiful human. It doesn't matter any of the surface level bullshit that we attach to people. Everyone is the same in that regard. Every single person I've ever sat down with, eventually we find them. And to be quite honest, it happens usually pretty quick. Take a breath. And there is no one out here being malicious for malicious sake. Some people get lost in that shit and being mean, and they are mean to other people. And they shouldn't be mean. And they are doing that because this is what they feel like they need to do to survive. When they were very young, that was the world in which they lived in. And so being mean was just part of surviving. It's sad. And I'm not trying to give them an excuse. That's not okay. And there are consequences to if someone is mean to you. Take a breath. But just the truth that everyone has that little piece of gold inside of themselves. What do you experience your body? Take a moment. You have that gold. Can you connect to it right now? Take your awareness to your body. Connect to it through your body. Don't worry about your ideas. Don't tell me, oh, I'm such a good person. I don't care. Oh, Zach, I do this, I do that. I don't care. I want us to connect to the experience in your body that is you. I don't want us to attach narrative to it. I want us to see how we run away from it. I want us to understand everything we need to know about your relationship with you based upon how you connect to the gold that is you. Take a breath. But this is a courageous act. You connecting to your body is a courageous act. You connecting to just you and being able to stay there, or I should say, being able to bring yourself back to you, because you are going to leave. Your brain's going to find you evidence. Your brain is going to give you evidence to run. You are going to leave that beautiful gold in your body. But that is just you. And you're going to leave that beautiful gold because this is how you had to survive emotionally. It's part of being a human being. It doesn't make you bad. It doesn't make you broken. It doesn't make the person who tried to attune to you bad or broken. It just speaks that the leaving belonged to them. That's their prison. You not being able to stay with the beauty in your body. Right? Like the breaths are such a great tool because as we build aliveness in our body, you may be like, I hate these breaths, like that client. And the second you do that, we see how you leave. Take a breath. The narrative, right? The client I was telling you about, he said, I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated by these breaths. I'm frustrated by these breaths. And so I know a few things by that, right? I know that he's strong, right? His frustration is his strength. I also know that this was probably a way in which he was allowed to be alive, right? He wasn't just allowed to be strong, because if he was just allowed to be strong, he would take the breaths, take a breath. He would build up intensity in his body and he would say, I'm strong. But what he attacked was the thing he was doing that built up his strength, right? All these breaths do is build up aliveness in your body. And so if you connect your strength and you say, I hate the breaths, you're essentially saying this thing that is bringing me back to myself, this thing that is allowing me to be big, that's the dangerous thing. This is the thing I need to run away from. He couldn't just stay with himself. He learned that he needs to use his injuries, his pain, and mitigate the things in his world that allowed him to be more connected to himself. Take a breath. If he believed the lie of, I hate these breaths, and I said, you're right. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. You don't have to take another breath. I mean, I said that. I said, do whatever you want. But I said, breathe still. I say the same to you. Do whatever you want. It's your life. I trust you to make the right decisions. As Zach, I am with you in whatever you decide to do. Truly. As the work, keep breathing. As the work, don't abandon you. As Zach, whatever you want to do, I'm with you. Take a breath. Another one. Take a moment, take your awareness to your body. What is it like taking those breaths? Remember, start at the paradigm of connected or fragmented. Start at that paradigm. Either you are connected to yourself or you are fragmented. Either you are connected to yourself or you're fragmented. You know what I'm going to do? Next week, I'm going to get like the word fragmented over here and the word connected over here. So I can be like, oh. I did. I'm not going to do it, but like, just look what I did. I was going to be like, we're going to go through, identify, interrupt, contain, calm, repair. Cool. We may still do something with that, but like, yeah, I'm just messing around with cool shit. Sorry. 2 breaths. Again, take your awareness to your body. What's it like to be alive? You're either connected or you are not. Enjoy whatever it is you find there. If you drop into your body and it feels vulnerable, great. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. Contain that aliveness. Take a breath. Contain that experience in your body. Literally take your awareness to your body and hold on to whatever it is you find. And maybe you want to give me an answer of like, oh, Zach, I'm cold on my skin, or I'm hungry. I want to say go deeper. Connect to the energy in your body. It may be hard to do. It's okay. It doesn't need to be easy. But here is your foundation. Here is the doorway. If you just go to therapy and all you do is stay in your head, and all you do is understand, what happened in your childhood, understand the injuries, understand, the psychoeducational things regarding the human, cool. But if you do not take yourself with you, then it is all for naught. A good example of this, in the fact that I've done groups for so long in my career, at different rehabs, I've experienced a lot of people who work in the AA stuff. And a lot of people in the AA stuff are very good at understanding the AA stuff. They can recite the AA stuff. They have the rituals down of the AA stuff. But they don't take themselves with them. So in here, we want to do both. I want you to understand the dynamics of your childhood. I want you to understand how you abandon yourself. I want you to understand how your parents abandoned you. I want you to understand the defenses that you built up, how you survived beautifully, painfully so. Take a breath. But I need you to bring yourself with you. So if you take the breaths and you build up intense in your body and you come up against discomfort and you say, fuck this noise, Zach. I respond back to you like, there it is. There it is. There is the place in which we have to go. There is your doorway. The discomfort, the difficulty that you experience in this moment as we take breaths. This has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with the breaths. It has nothing to do with anything outside yourself. It has everything to do with your relationship with you. Breathe. And if you don't, and for the therapists out there, if you don't do the work of taking yourself with you, then you can't take your clients there. If you don't connect yourself, understand that that discomfort has nothing to do with the world outside yourself, figure out how to calm the underlying crisis or repair the underlying injury. Take a breath. Then you won't be able to take your clients there. You will take your clients, you will drag your clients out to the water and drown them in a whole lot of knowing that eventually just gets twisted into their injuries anyways. 2 breaths. Take a moment, take your awareness to your body. Hold on to yourself. You're either connected or you're fragmented. If I ask you that question, I say, what do you experience in your body? And you say, I don't know. Don't believe the lie. You do know. Don't believe the I don't know. You do know. Take a breath. Don't believe the lie. You have everything you need. You are not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. What's that like when I say that to you? There's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You don't need anything outside of yourself. You don't need anything outside yourself. All of the energy that you put into either fighting the world or holding on to the world dearly is unnecessary. Don't get me wrong. If you are connected to yourself, these are amazing skills. If you're connected to yourself in how you navigate the world, oh, I trust. Go get it. You don't need me to tell you how to move in the world. All you need from me is to say, hey, you beautiful human, come back to yourself. Are you connected to yourself or are you fragmented? That's literally my job. And to help you get back to yourself and build that foundation, that's my job. But I trust you. When you're connected to yourself, you know how to navigate the world. You don't need me to tell you what's good, what's bad. I had a client text me the other day. He's like, Zach, why don't you tell me what's bad? And I said, you don't need it. My job isn't to hold your hand and say, this is good, this is bad. No. You've survived. How old are you? You've survived life so much, enough to the point in which I know you know the truth. Take a breath. So use me. What do you do with me in this room? Do you hold on to me for dear life? Do you come in and say, fuck this guy? Yes. He is gorgeous. Yes. He may know things, but great. Thank you for coming in. I hope I have hate watchers. I don't know. I think like the average 20 people who watch, I don't know if any of them are hate watchers, but I'll take it. I'll take it. To all my haters, write something in the chat or the comments. Please, please. It's an honor. It's an honor for both, honestly. Like if you come in this room and you get connected yourself and you give and you share any of that connection with me, right? Like like you connect yourself and you go, that was really nice. Thank you, Zach. Awesome. Right? That's how I want you to navigate the people in your world. Right? Instead of you automatically just giving them your sense of self, I'd like you to connect your sense of self. I'd like you to take ownership of it. And then if you want to go and share it with the people you love, to go share it with your partner, your children, whoever. And if there's a little bit, if in the little road that we walk, that you connect to your sense of self and you share a little bit with me in the space or in your life or whatever, like, man, I am so grateful. I am. This life is so short. You know, you could go wherever, but for you to be able to like for me to enjoy the 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 golden aliveness in your body, for you to share that with me, it's beautiful. Take a breath. I'm a blessed human. But also on the other side, right? If you come in and say, fuck this guy, you're welcome. You're welcome. There it is. I'm also honored for you to connect to your difficulty and attach it to me in that way as well. That's okay. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here next Sunday at 12. Oh, I won't be here next Sunday at 12. Actually, it's my birthday. I'm going to take a week off. I apologize. But the weekend after that, I'll be back. I'll be back. Take a breath. This is not a crisis. I'm so grateful to be able to do this with you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for going on this journey with me. Don't do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. You know, it's so difficult. Uh, we have to when we're very young. We have to. Um, I'll bring this up real quick. So we come into this world connected to our sense of self, and then our parents injure us. They abandon us. They're just human beings. At times, they're living in their own world, doing their own thing, and we as little babies, we don't even realize, excuse me, that we are separate from them. And so, in them just living their own life, trying to survive, being fragmented, they injure us. And some injuries, they're able to show up to us and they're able to connect and give us love. And they say, oh, poor Blisito. Poor Blisito, I love you. You're not alone. And when that happens, we move through our sadness and we come back to ourselves. Take a breath. But there's some sadness. With some injuries, some flavors of sadness are going to arise. And certain flavors of sadness, it's going to come up and our parents are going to go, that's scary. I'm fragmented. I can't handle it. They're going to either take their crisis and completely attach it to you and suffocate you, or they're going to run in the opposite direction, emotionally abandoning you. And so then there is this moment. So there is this moment that we have with our parents where we go, wait. I'm bad. We connect to that experience of intensity in our body and we attach a narrative to that intensity of I'm bad. Take a breath in your chest. If you think about it, this is one of the most beautiful things that we can do. In many ways, we're saying to our parents, don't worry. You don't have to do it alone. In many ways, we're saying to our parents, don't worry. I'm here for you. You're not alone. I'll protect you. And we do that all through the lens of, I'm bad. Take a breath. Brandon, what's up? Brandon goes, I'm not a bad person. I have done nothing wrong. Oh, yeah. Saying that to ourselves, giving ourselves that becomes the vehicle. That is the vehicle of how in our present life we have to abandon our parent. It is such a beautiful act of love for us to say, I'm bad. Brandon, hello, hello, you beautiful human. Take a breath. And so, what an opportunity. When I say to um, you're not bad, you haven't done anything wrong. When Brandon goes, I'm not a bad person, I haven't done anything wrong to the world, what do you experience in your body? What's it like? Pay attention. The reason why it is so important, the reason I told you the story at the beginning about that man who took breaths and was uncomfortable, because that is the information we need. And so if you say to yourself, I'm not a bad person, I haven't done anything wrong, and there's something that comes up inside yourself that says, hold on, Zach, I can name you a million things I've done wrong. I've done this wrong. I've done that wrong. I'm bad in this way. I'm broken in this way. How can I believe that I'm not bad if I have this immense sack of potatoes, sack of enchiladas of how I'm not bad? Oh, sorry, of how I am bad. I could go through the list with you, Zach. We could sit here. And for a lot of people, this is how it is. You could sit with them for hours and them convincing you of how bad they are. And the more intelligent a person is, in some regard, the more creative they will inject this into the session or their day to day. Some of the most fun I have with people is them like taking me to places. I'm like, where are we going right now? And then halfway through, I'm like, oh, wow, you're telling me you're bad. Wow, I got tricked. Awesome. Take a breath. I need you to connect to the old discomfort. If I say you're not bad and you say I am, I need you to come with me. Hold on to the I'm not bad. Feel the discomfort of saying to yourself, I'm not bad. I haven't done anything wrong. Feel the discomfort of saying, I've done enough. Feel the discomfort of saying, I'm not broken. Feel the discomfort of saying, I'm perfect. Feel the discomfort of saying, I deserve love and niceness and easy because of who I am. Not because of what I'm doing, but because of who I am. Take a breath. If it's uncomfortable for you to digest these truths, then understand that discomfort is the doorway. That's the doorway. That's where we have to go. So when that man said to me, Zach, I hate these breaths, they make me so frustrated, I said, that's all I need to know. I don't really need to ask you more questions other than us just stopping for a second and connecting to this frustration. Take a breath. Hold on to it. Contain the experience of frustration. Say to it, this is not a crisis. This is not a crisis. Don't believe the lie. The breaths are just a tool. All these things we do are just tools. Everything outside yourself is just a tool. Don't believe that the tools will save you. You will save you using the tools, but you will save you. And so in order for you to use the tools around you, right? Institutions, religion, breathing, mindfulness, meditation, relationships, rehab, meds. In order for you to use any of these tools, you have to find you. There is nothing outside yourself that can take you where you need to go if you're not coming with. Take a breath. You can sit around and have little moments of relief, but if you bring yourself with you and move through the discomfort, soothe the crisis, grieve the sadness you never grieved before, then you get to show up in relationship with all these tools around you, all these people around you, the entire world around you. You get to show up as a full human. That's what we are going for, the integration of you. Sustained integration. Sustained integration. Take a breath. The only way to create sustained integration is to understand how you leave. And how you leave is through the trickery of that old crisis. This is not a crisis. You haven't done anything wrong. Your only job is to come home to yourself and start to give yourself what you need. Take a breath. You're good. What a wonderful day we have, huh? Thank you so much for being here. Two breaths. Enjoy the discomfort. Take your awareness to your body. The more that you're able to stay with the discomfort in your body, the better you get at staying with the discomfort in your body. Right now, take your awareness to your body, connect to the discomfort. The more you're able to stay with the discomfort in your body, the easier it is to stay with the discomfort. And in order to heal, you have to be connected to your aliveness. The discomfort isn't a monster. The discomfort is literally you. It is you having a tantrum. It is the same thing as my 2-year-old having a tantrum. My job in that moment is to attune to her in the appropriate way, depending on how she's presenting, you know? Maybe she just needs love and connection and hug, or maybe she needs a moment. And for me to say, I believe in you, but I know you've got this. Take a breath. That pain in your body is just little you. It is a part of your nervous system that got developed a long time ago. When people talk about their inner child, what they're really talking about is an aspect of their nervous system that was developed a long time ago and still living from that place. There's aspects of your nervous system that are very much present in today. Take a breath. How you use your brain and understand, oh, Zach, it's silly to be upset about this. Yeah, I know. But who cares? Because that old pain isn't about right now. That old pain is about little you having unresolved feelings that someone did not attune to. Great. Attune. Find you. The doorway back home is the very old discomfort. It's the discomfort that comes up in your body that tries to trick you, to make you think it's about the present when it's not. That is why we start at the ground level. You're connected or you're fragmented. You're connected or you're fragmented. Whatever it is that the fragmentation connects to give it evidence, does not make it about that thing. Your fragmentation is a skill in your body of leaving discomfort. Let us try to traverse our way back home, back to the very old discomfort, which is why I say, enjoy the pain. Take a breath. With that being said, we're going to start to wrap. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. You don't have to do any of the likes, subscribe. You don't have to. No one's going to sit here and say, like this video. No one's gonna say subscribe or comment, or I'm not gonna say that. I am not going to say that. So, just know whatever you do, that's awesome, because I'm not going to say, please subscribe. Okay, with that being said, we're going to take 2 breaths. We're going to connect to the aliveness in our body, and we're all going to find one word in that aliveness. Take a breath. Take a moment, take your awareness to your body, connect to the aliveness within yourself. Hold on to the aliveness, find one word in that place. Love. Do you like that, Brandon? Also, Brandon's mom, I love you. You're awesome. Thank you so much for everything you do. Yeah, okay. Did I give a word? I think I did. You can never step in the same river twice. It was a pleasure being in the river today with you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. And I won't be here next week. It's my birthday, so I'm going on a little weekend jaunt, but I'll be back the week after. I'll put a little reminder in the thing. Okay, I love you. I'll see you next time.